Namaste, namastizzle. It's your man, Magic LaQuizzle. Peace and blessings. Greetings. What's up? What's going on, people? I hope y'all had a great weekend. Um, Wondering if y'all saw the shenanigans on Sunday. If y'all saw the Usher concert. um, as the Chiefs won their third Super Bowl. Um, if you knew anything about gematria at all, you saw this coming. You know what I'm saying? You saw it coming. If you know anything about gematria, um, it's all out there. It can't possibly be a surprise to anyone that they won that. You know what I'm saying? So many numbers added up to Taylor Swift and her birthday and just so much. But it wasn't a surprise to the gematria experts that I know. Now, people were kind of hoping, I noticed they were kind of hoping that they would be wrong or they would flip the script, but it wasn't so. I even got some experts now telling me that they're gonna win it again next year. And I'm like, God damn, why they keep writing the scripts for the Kansas City Chiefs? I think they're the new Patriots. You know, I think Mahomes is the new Brady. Um, it's just how they want it to go. It's just how they want Vegas to go. So let us see if anyone's here in the chat. Peace, brother Moore. Peace, brother Kunami. What's going on? Don't forget to hit that like button, share, subscribe as you enter. You know what I mean? It was just yeah. There's so much information out there regarding uh regarding everything. So, like I said, not many people were surprised, not the people I know anyway. Peace and blessings. Caribbean Grimoire, what's going on, brother? Um, this year has turned out to be everything that we've been saying it was going to be. A dragon year, all the psychops, all the weather, nothing really out of the norm for these people because they do it all the time, but it's just crazy this year. You see what I'm saying? Really, really crazy. A lot of people that I know also didn't watch it. They didn't watch it. Um, what can you say when you got all this stuff that goes on and people still not believing those who are in the know? There's one brother I know who bets every time, and he's really good at gematria. He bets and makes a lot of money all the time. You know what I mean? He called it back in, I want to say September, that the Kansas City Chiefs was going to win. He called it back then. Now he's already calling it for next year too, based on numbers. This is how important gematria is. If you're trying to see through these scripts and these psychops, the numbers add up every time, you know. But of course, people are not interested. What's going on, Sharon? They still sapping Super Bowl to Mardi Gras today to Valentine's tomorrow. Right. Peace, Sister Righteous. You know, you could even say that they were going to win just based on the colors that Alicia Keys have. Now I know me and Konami was talking about this Sunday or yesterday, and I said I know a lot of people overlook that really simple thing, you know, because everybody's actually paying attention to the numbers, but I also pay attention to the halftime show. And once I saw her, I was like, it confirmed it for me. I already knew the numbers, the address, 3333. what other the address? I had some notes. I couldn't find my notes before I started streaming. Um, 33 is a big number. It's a big ritualistic number. 33-degree masonry. You see what I mean? It's like I said, all the numbers matched up. All of them. See what I'm saying? Even Taylor Swift's name added up, you know? So I thought, here's my personal thoughts. I thought, based on how many people knew it, based on the numbers, there's a lot of people who knew it this year. I thought maybe they would flip the script, and they did. They absolutely did not. If you're wondering about what I'm talking about, the halftime show, let me circle back to that. Uh, they they put the colors of the winning team in the halftime. My beliefs. They put the colors in the halftime show every time. It was this year. It was Alicia Keys. Last year, it was I think Rihanna, and then the year before that, it was Snoop Dogg who had on the LA Rams colors. You know, like I said, it's a really, really simple thing, but I'm a Virgo and I pay attention to everything. So that confirmed it for me. Watch the halftime show. What's the big deal with Taylor Swift? Namaste, Melanin Mommy. Wow, I have not seen you in a minute. How are you doing, sister? Hope everything's going well with you. Um, what's the big deal with her? There's a lot of information on Azazel News about her because they, like I said, there's another resource that people tend to overlook is Azazel News. I just put in her name in the search button, and so many posts came up about her. But they're not posting just to be posting. They're posting these synchronicities, you know, and these gematria numbers. That's what they do. Like I said, always pay attention to the number 33. You know what I mean? 33. Um, I'm not sure if I mentioned this before. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. They put it out. Yeah, I think I did. They put it out, the Naked Gun series, Police Squad, with Leslie Nielsen. And then the third one, instead of calling it the Naked Gun 3, they call it Naked Gun 33 and the third. I'm like, clear reference to Mason, right? And in this one, if I'm repeating it, I'm sorry. In this one, um they showed the shadow of Anna Nicole Smith with a dick. Um, but they show other shit. But yeah. Sharon, it's just too much. Taylor pushes 13 like no other, the long and short of it. Exactly. 13 is another big number with these people. 13 and 33. It's a big number. Uh, I think Patrick and Mahomes had 333 yards. Let me look that up real quick. I don't want to tell you wrong in case that I'm missing it, but I could have sworn that was the final numbers for Patrick Mahomes. His final pass numbers. 1 second, y'all. Super Bowl stats. I was right. He had 333 yards, y'all. The address of that Allegiant Stadium is 3333. You can't make some of it. You can't make none of this. I was about to say some of it. You cannot make this shit up, y'all. You just can't. Sharon, if you're not a member of Konami's Telegram group. I highly suggest that you do. He has some really good, informative posts in there and books as well, some grimoires that he posts in there. It is a beautiful day today in Texas. It's like 65 degrees. And if you ever been to Texas, 65 is like the perfect weather, you know. Meanwhile, on the East Coast, I think there's a lot of snow going on. See what I'm saying? Um, then you had, oh, one other thing is Pfizer now has Travis Kelce pushing the jab. Um, before, I'm going to say halfway through the season, maybe even sooner, he was pushing that commercial. Once I saw him in the Pfizer commercial, Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs, I said, they're going to the Super Bowl again. And then they started pushing him and Taylor Swift. People think this is a love story. No, 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 no. No, these are agendas that they push. I'm not even sure how people can even deny it at this point. You know what I mean? Um, I didn't want them to go, but the numbers don't lie. The numbers just really, really don't lie. Meanwhile, right, that was another thing. That was another thing. Mahomes' daddy got arrested. That ties into it too. Got to have some kind of sacrifice. You just have to. That's the way they operate. um, then Beyonce, or Biaki, as I call her, Biaki. Uh, oh, before that, she gets Taylor Swift gets album of the year. Anyway, then Biaki, I hear, is coming out with a country album. Dora pause. How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet that no matter how bad the album is, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be bad. I'm just don't, and that has nothing to do with my dislike for this one. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be bad. How much you want to bet it sells a lot? Sells a whole lot. And people who have never heard a country song in their life will listen to it. They will all of a sudden start becoming country music lovers. I'm willing to bet anybody my earnings. I'm willing to bet anybody. I'm great, very busy with work and children, but I can't complain. Hope all is well with you and your family. I totally get that. You know, life happens, children happen, you know, all is well with us. Thanks so much for asking. A lot of rain in the southeast. Okay. Didn't know that either. Didn't know that. But um, I said all of that to say it's just undeniable. One of the things that I said in one of the past lives was even if you're not trying to get too deep into it, because I'm not that deep into gematria, you know, still just a basic understanding of it will help you see past these scripts and these psych ops. Who am I? Right? Who am I? Um, then she has the commercials were shit this year, right? Commercials were really, really shitty. Most times we look forward to the commercials. I seen one that was worthy of a laugh, and that was the T-Mobile. That was it. Of course, Biaki had a commercial. Of course she did. You know, she coming out with a country music album. Um, I seen a comment that said, that's the best commercial out there. There's people, this commercial was not all that. Again, it has nothing to do with my dislike for her, because honestly, she's just a puppet. To me, that's all she is, but the celebrity worship, when it comes to her, you can't say anything bad about her. Straight trash. Yeah. The trailer for Wicked looks dope. I can't remember it. I honestly can't remember it, so I have no say so in that one. Um, it's just, how can you deny any of this now? But people ain't gonna pay attention. Anyway, Valentine's Day is tomorrow. Remember I said that, you know, there's a ritual that my group and I did. We had fantastic results. And I did this last year with my wife. But I gave out a Valentine's Day ritual that, you can bring someone to you by following this group ritual. It doesn't require much. And I'm gonna post it again. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah. All right. So you would have started, just in case you're interested, you can still do it. You would have started on the 1st, or on the 7th. You really had to go out in the public in order to see its effects. But this is really all you needed. You need some Malibis, red flannel bag, which is a Gree bag or a Mojo bag, rose water, Florida water, 2 red lodestones, a red candle, attraction incense, come to me oil, High John the Conqueror root, attraction powder. I already said 2 red. I don't know why that's there twice. It's some sexy baby making. Okay. Okay, so I'm sorry. I misspoke. The ritual will start on the 7th of February. And for every day for 7 days up to the 14th, you say the Javanese chant 3 times before leaving the house. Okay. Also, at least once a day, chant the Om Claim 108 times. Please, and make a mixture of the rose of Florida oil and anoint yourself before going out in public. Okay. With just that alone, with just practicing that alone, should draw in some attraction to. But then we go into an actual ritual where, bringing yourself to climax and anointing the candle. So maybe it doesn't mean anything for anybody's. I don't know. But Deadpool was cool. I didn't see that one either. I honestly didn't see it. Honestly, I'm sorry, but it seems like every year it's getting worse with football, with sports in general. They've made it a complete joke. You can barely touch anybody in football now without getting a penalty. You can't play defense in the NBA. They have completely, utterly watered down sports. It's tragic. I grew up watching sports and playing sports, but even with the Super Bowl, like, this is a silly ass rule. It used to be the first team that scores wins. Now it's both teams have the opportunity to score, and the first touchdown wins. How ironic, if you want to call it that, how ironic is it that the play that won for the Kansas City Chiefs is the exact, and I mean the exact same play that they used to win last year against the Eagles. The exact same play. And you're gonna say this is not scripted? The exact same play. Good day, Golden Bronx. Welcome. New to the chat, new sub. What's going on? Peace, love, and light, EJ Taylor. Peace and blessings, Legacy Sigma. What's going on, people? The only thing we're talking about right now is the scripts, the Super Bowl, the ads, and the nonsense that's going on. It seems to me that every year things are getting less enthusiastic. Okay? Um, People are not getting excited about holidays anymore. Uh, it's like they dumbed America down so much. People are losing interest in things that they had a lot of interest for before. You know what I'm saying? Could be just me, but this is something I've observed. I have observed. You know, I'm not sure if anyone wanted the group ritual, but if you need to see it and copy it down, let me know. I'll put it back up. It's a good ritual to draw someone to you. You know, but yeah. Same playback from 4 years ago, too. Isn't that interesting? What's going on, Lydia Morton? As someone who's from Missouri, the chaotic aftermath of it just makes me not want to cheer for the Chiefs. The fans are just disrespectful. Alexander Edward, can you give us any kind of example of what you mean by that? I love soccer with all my heart till I went occult. I didn't see the Biden meme, no. Yeah, American football is washed up. It is terrible. It's gotten scripted so much that I think it's a large number of people seeing it, but unconsciously seeing it, and it's just not drawing their interest anymore. Hence, America's darling Taylor Swift coming on the scene. You know, one of the most overrated artists I have ever seen. Overrated, very overrated. But again, American public doesn't care anymore. You know, they really don't. Um, what else do I want to talk about today? I wish I could find. I had a meme saved with all this information that relates Taylor Swift to like the number 33 and the number 13. Also, Konami brought this to my attention. Jonathan Majors, his sentence is going to be around the spring. Um, uh, Damn it. The spring equinox. God damn. I don't understand why that was so hard for me to come up with. Spring equinox. Like I said all the time, these people, they use these certain events to do their rituals. Would you please put it up again? Yeah, just a second. 2 shootings, couple of random crimes, petty larceny, etc. Sales for boards for windows, skyrocketing sale. Sorry you had to go through that. Sharon said they were shooting outside when right after it happened. Um, Here's the February love ritual again. Um, you need not just these ingredients, but on uh, the ritual concludes on the 14th, but the 7th, when the start of this ritual will happen. You put on some love-making music while you prepare it. You're going to take the red candle, carve the name of a specific person, or bring me a lover in general. Once you have carved your intentions, add the symbols of Venus or love, you dress the candle in come to me oil. And as a rule of thumb, you always use your dominant finger. Okay. You then put the candle in the middle of your table on the altar, and with the attraction powder, you make a V pointing towards you and put the candle in the middle. Right. Light the incense and staring and concentrating intently into the flame of the candle you hold in your mind the final results that you want. Bring yourself to orgasm. And once it has burned down for 20 minutes, anoint the candle with your sexual fluids. If you want to skip this part, that is quite all right. Some people still have a little bit of a hang up. So, then once a day after the ritual, you light the candle for 20 minutes while you concentrate on the end result. You don't have to keep bringing yourself to orgasm. Okay? All right. After the candle has burned all the way down, you take the burned wax, place it in your greenery bag, you place the attraction powder, the hygiene root, anointed with come to me oil, along with a few hairs also in the bag. And the red lodestones anointed with the come to me oil, save some of your sexual fluids to use to anoint the hygiene root and the lodestones, etc., etc., etc. Okay? All right. People are still having parties and people can't keep up. Wow. Seems like folks in Kansas City like to tear everything up. You're welcome, Lydia. Love potions aren't real. Okay. Can't be a witch and have hangups no more. I think this might be the one I was looking for. Ah, thank you so much. Thanks, Konami. Konami sent, this is exactly what I was looking for. I searched for an hour and could not find it. Okay. All these 33s. She has generated a whopping 330 million for NFL with Travis Kelce romance. Wow. Jeez. That's crazy. That is beyond crazy to me. The numbers add up, y'all. They add up time and time again. Love potions aren't real. Okay. So be it. And now, a word from our sponsors.
That would have them to have the ability to live in it without being functioning from another dimension. So
Well, break that down a little.
So some aliens, or most aliens, function from another dimension and can move from dimension to dimension. We could do that, but we have to use certain herbs and drugs and technology.
Now, when we say aliens, we're talking about beings that look like regular people. Because in fact, okay, I think we probably had some wrong there. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna pause it for a second.
There are aliens.
So just to piggyback. So I was saying that, as you were explaining, I was saying that these are beings that look like people.
Not necessarily.
Because Dick Gregory even was talking about how he had contact with certain aliens, and they told him how they travel to get here. He said you dial it like a dial on a meter, and they
yeah. That's Anubis. That's Anubis.
And how basically how they have like this super advanced technology. Yeah. But then again, that's my question: why would they give it to the most savage, beastly people on the planet? So you were breaking that down.
Japan, the nuclear blast that took place in Japan opened up a portal for
and
one
Fukushima.
Type of, there were more than just two. There was like a third or fourth one that they didn't tell you about, and then you had the Bikini Islands. So those dimensions were open through those blasts right there. And that's where you get, when you look at some of the Japanese movies and stuff, you'll see some things in it that don't look human. Just the movie itself. The idea of what's going on. One is Tatsumi. That is called another name for it is called the Iron Man. Check that out. And it'll show you some of the things, the concepts that came through, but you could tell they came through too early because we weren't on that technology when that movie came out. Same thing happened at Montauk when Al Bielek and all of them was working with the Montauk Project and the Nazis and the subs and all of that. They opened up a time portal, and they also opened up a place in Montauk where they used the Delta T antenna to allow aliens to come through our dreams. And I talked about that on Hyperspace. They come through the dreams, and I talked about the Teletubbies. The Teletubbies were these aliens with archetypes on their head. The archetype creates a thought in the mind, and the mind projects out what you see on your movie screen. And that's another dimension. The movie screen is a two-dimensional thing that exists. And they exist where? In the mind of people. They come through the minds of people and come to this physical reality, and they wind up on movie screens and in your consciousness. And they could control you through that. They control you through the movies in the second dimension through mind control. And so all they got to do is put these archetypes in your, because everything is an archetype once you get past the dream stage and into hyperspace level. Everything is a symbol. Put those symbols into you. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system or whatever is on at that time, cell phones and so forth, into your head. They become movies or two-dimensional animals or aliens that control the way you live your life. Okay? That's basically the biggest threat coming from the alien, so-called alien world. As far as the physical alien goes, those are people who have, if you go see, what's this movie again? Elysium?
Yeah, Elysium.
You'll see how they put these implants and chips into these people's heads and into the consciousness to create that alien within you. So most aliens cannot actually function in third dimensional reality. So they function in fourth, fifth, every damn reality except this one. Because this one is held sacred for humanity. But they can attack this one from other dimensions. Okay? They also are known as demons. Demons are not, in the biblical term, a monster from hell. They are aliens. Demons are aliens that have their own objective. They don't have the same emotional ties that you have. They don't have the same thoughts as you have. To kill is a natural phenomenon to them. That's something that their God wants, and drink blood and all this kind of stuff. So out of your mind, back in, how far back, Lemuria or whatever, you created this European from your mind, which is alien technology that came to you in an archetype through your mind that actually became from the astral plane into physical reality. They're finding new creatures every day in the ocean, in the sky, in the air.
Some just walk.
He said a mouthful, did he not? A mouthful about that. And it comes back down to mind control. You know what I mean? For people who still don't have the capacity to believe any of this, calcified pineal gland you have. That's why I also have her as Dazzler in the next Deadpool. Who, Taylor Swift? Yeah. Dazzler. Huh. Hey, if they're real, you got to tell me. Well, Brother Moore just told you, liquor is a potion. Peace and blessings, Sister Moonfeather. Namaste. Like in Ultraman. Yeah. I just watched a Bobby lecture where he was talking about how so-called aliens are the melanated race. Yeah. Bobby and Azazel, that's why these two are my favorites, because they go in different angles. There's different ways that you can explain the alien concept, okay? What I would say is take it how it resonates with you, all right? Take it how it resonates with you. But I think, which is why I showed it, I think Azazel had the best explanation of aliens, right? And he explains it in his book, this comic book, volume 2. All right. Let's not forget, just recently, that woman on the plane was like, that person's not real. They're not real. Everybody act like she was crazy, right? But I think that woman saw something. She probably saw a shapeshifter or something. You know what I mean? Also, they created all these NPCs out here. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who is who these days. This is why my circle is so freaking tight. Very, very tight. Because I don't know who's out here. Literally, I don't know who's out here. And I don't trust the goddamn soul. Hell yes, he goes in, especially on the Draconians. He does. He really does. I love how his amulet glowed as he said that. You noticed that. Wow. Brother Magic, I think Master Teacher Azariah Bey is onto some real facts here. This video clip, this is like the mystery of the mysteries. Uh, this is why I resonated so much with Azazel. Y'all haven't heard me sing his praises for well over a year now. You know, I don't think the man gets enough credit, but he wasn't out for fame or fortune, and that's why so many people haven't heard of him. You know what I mean? He gives it on such a galactic level. You can't help but to wonder or marvel at the knowledge. Like, where the fuck did he get this from? You know, study and research is where he got it from. You know, don't forget, I have interviewed him twice, I think, twice before he passed. Um, one more time, that Melanin DVDs, they got a lot of his lectures on it, along with Bobby's. Those are the two that resonate with me the most, Bobby and Azazel. Honorable mention goes to C. Freeman L. All right. That's the kind of information that resonates with me and that makes me want to research more. Okay. But that's just me. Hey, who I got to pray to get in touch with the IRS? Huh? I need my tax refund from 21 and 22. Any number I call, every time I try, they hang up immediately when I try to speak to a live person. Unscheduled door pause. What? Sharon said, call Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Wow. Um, oh, wow. Wow. Door pause. Nigga, what? It's Blade Runner on Shadow Clone steroids out here. Right. She been gone ever since. Wow. Hey, one of y'all told me one day, and I guess I had to think about it. They said you don't make it out here in these internet streets and these YouTube streets unless you're getting trolled. So mama made it, I guess. That's the craziest shit. Huh? What? Come on, man. Azazel was and is the best of us. Y'all interviews are priceless. Absolutely. Thank you for saying it. I truly had a ball interviewing. Been a minute since you had a bot, but it's always when you talk about Baba Azazel. Yeah. I'm already goofy as shit. I'm already silly. And that was like, pray to And then Sharon said, pray to Jesus. Wow. Oh my goodness, Gina. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Gina. Oh my God. Wow. Y'all have to forgive me. That shit was funny to me. Like, where did the IRS question come from? I thought he was genuinely wanting some information. Anyway, he's in the wrong chat. Like, really? Concept of demons as interdimensional species. I heard E.A. Coetting with something similar about demons. I used to follow E.A. Coetting. I did. I used to follow E.A. Coetting, and I don't have anything to say about E.A. Coetting. I don't have nothing to say. Um, I think he's in jail now. I'm not going to bash him. I'm not going to speak on his ill fortune. He has a large following. You know what I mean? He has a large following. So you'll never find me bashing anyone on my channel. I'm not going to do it. I'm not, you know. Even if I think a certain way, I'm just not up to me. That's not what I do. You know. So anyway. Oh, thanks to Konami, he showed me this. This is the picture I was looking for. Um, this picture right here. I think I need to download it first. Yep, it went right to Telegram folder. All right, so check this out, y'all. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Look at that. Look at all these 33s, y'all. Look at that. And you're telling me none of this matters? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They love their numbers. They love them. Absolutely. Some more fuckery that's going on though. So another post I wanted to show y'all. I don't know if I showed this before. Forgive me if I have. Check this out. Baby whitening scrub. Baby skin whitening scrub. Can you believe that? Did I show this before? Wow. Dora pause. Are he free? Oh, he free? Okay. All right. Well, I know that something happened where he was caught with something, but like I said, you'll have to do your research on E.A. Coetting. A matter of fact, I have some books by E.A. Coetting, and one of the books that I used to read a lot was God damn it. I hate when my mind goes blank like that. Evoking Eternity. Evoking Eternity. Now, I gotta say that I have worked with the servitors in his book. Didn't work for me. Okay? Didn't work for me. That doesn't mean it won't work for you. Right? He also did a book, co-authored a book with Baron de Prince called The Spider and the Green Butterfly, which is excellent. That's an excellent book. So my point here is, though, take information from where it comes from, forget the messenger and what they may do. Forget, it's the information you want. That's all you should be concerned about, not about the deeds or misdeeds of the messenger. Okay? Like I said, Evoking Eternity has some good concepts. Good concepts. I got a couple of his books. You know what I mean? A couple. Can't say it really worked for me, but I like the information. Dark Lord dropped some sauce on the human alien origin agenda. Oh, okay. That's what I just saw him today. Everything is reversed. They want to be dark and we want to be lighter. How about that? Yeah, Evoking Eternity is a great book. It really is. Like I said, all right, so I might have misspoke. I'm not gonna say it didn't work for me. I don't remember it working for me. Okay. But I remember I got some techniques from there. All right. Um, oh, okay. There was something else I wanted to show y'all here. Do, 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 do. And y'all knew Usher was going to be in the Super Bowl when he wore that dress, right? Yeah, I mean, y'all kind of knew that then, correct? I'm sure you did. Let's just say you did. Let's just say you did.
Cigar, Cleveland, Ohio.
Uh, if any of you decide to do the February ritual, please let me know.
Of Benjamin Banneker's Fez in the Washington Library. Also, I had also seen a cigar in Cleveland, Ohio that is named after Ben Bay. And unfortunately, I didn't buy it. And when I went back, I couldn't remember where the store was. That's been almost 20 years ago. And I still regret it to this day, you know. It's one of those artifices of this level of information that's so well cloaked that it is very important that whatever small amounts can be brought forward should be. The three keys that we are constant about to verify the fact of who we are and to understand that from this vantage point, human thinking on the levels of the dark skin, broad-nosed, thick-lipped, and furrowed-haired human being known as Moors can perform at higher levels with a corrected consciousness. Correct thinking. Correct thinking is positive thinking, appreciation of self, a virtual love of yourself and those who look like you. When you are honest and truthful with yourself helps you in that truthfulness. The relationship of the three levels of each one of us as beings, human, mental, and spiritual beings, is to correlate these three so that they function as a oneness. That's the mental work. That's supposed to be the cultural work. That the educational system is supposed to be coordinating the child towards balance. They know that. They just simply don't do that because their priority is given by the contemporary industry that has control of the workforce. In the industrial age, they wanted employees to do manual work, to work and operate machinery. Culture as an identity, culture as a refinement was not considered a priority in building a great industrial empire. So it was put on not the back burner, hell, it was put in the basement. So the return of this idea is certainly very timely in this acting out of literally millions of black children. Now that's not to say that the majority of our children are criminal or violent or deviants or certainly are not demonic, but there certainly are all of those such classes within our total group. We're being somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to maybe 50 million strong. A couple million is not bad in terms of the group, except that those small pockets of spoiled human personalities, spoiled rotten to the core, affects all of us because they're everywhere at once. And because we, lacking our spiritual and mental stature, have little or no defense against it. So we yield to it. They are virtually parents, literally frightened of their children. Not just the boys, they're frightened of their daughters as well. So in getting to the three keys, identity, self-knowledge, and self-revelation, those are the three central thematics of who we are, what we are, and where we are. Identity, self-knowledge, and self-revelation. The concept of identity must begin with name, and where we are in terms of defining the concept name becomes expedient so that we don't make the continued assumption that we know what a word is because we use it. As a young brother threw back at me when I asked him what was his name, and he said John, and I said, well, what does John mean? He said, John means John. Well, that's not quite true. So getting to identity gets to be a matter of factualizing first, because the most important concept here is we're not dealing with belief. We're dealing with knowledge. We want to be able to know and to prove or verify the body of knowledge that we study and espouse.
When I was divorced from my wife, when I was divorced, I was with somebody who had a son who was 15, and she treated him like he was an adult. You know, I tried to correct him a couple times. You know, he fought her and everything, just big and bad and entitled, and you know what I mean? I foresaw his future. You know what I'm saying? I foresaw his future then. Come to find out, he is now in jail for murder. You know, no respect for her, for one thing. No respect for any adult. You know, and when he says parents scared of their children, that's automatically what came to my mind. You know, the guidance isn't there anymore. You know, self-revelation, loving yourself. I'm sure y'all have heard me say that before, but it's so very important. But they bombard you with the media and Sexy Red and Sukiana and whoever else with low vibratory bullshit. Evoking Eternity, good book. Spider in the Green Butterfly is magnificent. It is magnificent. That is a great book. I think that book is so good, I printed it out. February Ritual, I missed that one. I might send it to you, Moonfeather. EA co-editing book, Invoking Eternity, shows you how to evoke legions all at once. I only saw those rituals in Carlos Montenegro books. I experimented. Sorry, these teachers aren't around. Well, I mean, when they were around, when these teachers were around, it was largely ignored. You know, the only one that I can think of that actually had a big audience was Bobby Hemming. You know, and I think that's because he went around the country lecturing. You see what I'm saying? But when the prophets are among the people, they're ignored by their own people. Every time. Every time. Have any of you seen the book of Clarence yet? Have any of you looked? This is the ritual I'm talking about, Moonfeather. Where did it go? It's this February group ritual when I had a Facebook group. Um, we did it like for a week in February leading up to Valentine's Day. Um, you can do it at any time, but this was just a group project for my group in Facebook, you know, and people said they had the best results ever. You know, I mean, all you gotta do is follow these very, very simple instructions. Bring your mate. C. Freeman L. thankfully has a massive archive. Right, right. He may bore you. He may bore you, but it's what he says though that should interest you. Okay. For me, always been able to pay attention to people with that kind of style of teaching. You know what I mean? Very monotone, seemingly very dry, but the information is fucking magnificent. That's what you should be paying attention to. That was just a little 5-minute clip, and he says so much in it. That's the thing about these three teachers, Bobby, Azazel, C. Freeman L. You can stop, you can look at one of their lectures and stop at any point and pick something up. That's how much they were constantly teaching, constantly throwing out gems. See what I'm saying? Um, a lot of people are disappointed that Bobby no longer lectures, but he had a stroke and I think he passed Panic the torch. You see what I'm saying? Um, at some point, though, Bobby Hemmett has said it all the time. At some point, you've got to stop following people. You have to follow yourself. You have to do the work. You have to do the research. You have to do the study. You have to do the magical work. You have to experiment. Okay. C. Freeman L was buttered. What does that say? Buttered silk. Your mama said buttered silk. Is that? Am I reading that right? Buttered silk. This Beyonce Western is trash. So it's already out. Oh my God. She put out, what was it, last year or the year before? She put out a dance album. Now they're gonna keep that chick around for as long as she keeps drawing in money. They're gonna keep her around for however long that they can. You know what I mean? For however long. So smooth voice. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Understood. Understood. And I think I'll end it here. I didn't have too much for y'all today. I wanted to see if y'all had not participated, but actually followed the ritual this week. So many obvious things, but it's an interesting time we live in, y'all. It's a very, very interesting time. Excuse me. Someone requested the song on a Texas country station and they refused to play it. So I honestly think that they do stuff like that just to see what kind of response they're going to get. I'm willing to bet the Beehive is going to buy whatever she puts out. I'm willing to bet. Anyway, we'll be back on Thursday. Don't forget tomorrow's Moon Feather, Friday's Moon Feather, Ronan, and Konami, and then Saturday is Bush Whisperer Roundtable. Sometime later this month, I'll be on a show. I forgot the name of it, to be quite honest. I got to get the poster. I think on a Saturday night. Uh, um, I will let y'all know. I'll put it on the community page. Have a great rest of y'all day. Thanks for joining me today. It is a lovely, lovely day today. It is just absolutely beautiful. I told y'all, besides California and Florida, I don't think anything beats Texas weather when it's just nice outside. I am the one and only, the mystical and magical, the diabolical, the hilarious, the sorceress, the informative, and the magical Magic LaCroix. I will see y'all next time as I greet you in peace. Namaste. See y'all.